Here are my thoughts on the MGTOW community. MGTOW stands for Men Going Their Own Way. Essentially to focus on themselves, to which I do support. Right? In certain aspects, Now with the MGTOW space, they primarily, thrive on the idea that, men should just completely abandon women for their entire lives and never entertain that again. To that I don't agree with, I'm going to be honest with you, and that's because just from a biological perspective, men and women need each other. And eventually they're going to want to desire, you have that thirst to want, the opposite gender. And eventually procreate. Those sexual desires are in both men and women. And we both fantasize about getting it down in the bedroom. That's a fact. But I'll say this, in the beginning, especially of a young man's life, and I speak as a testament because I am a young man right now, 20 years old. And in the beginning, man, 9 times out of 10, a man's not really in a position to where can really, how do I say this, where it's worth pursuing the woman or just, entertaining or dating women. Because obviously when you're a young man, you're still broke, right? You're still getting your career figured out. So in the beginning, it's like all that money going to dates could have been spent on investing your dream. And like I said in the beginning, maybe not the exact same phrase, I am not anti-women. I love women. I appreciate women. But in terms of men going their own way, in the beginning, when it's necessary, there's going to be a period of your life. It tends to happen in the very early stages of a man's life, so late teens, early 20s, right? Where, man, you got to put yourself first and put that money first, man. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. I don't care how nice your personality is. In terms of pursuing or dating a woman, if you don't have money, right? Why bother? Or if you don't even, let alone if you don't even plan on getting money in the future, why bother? Because yes, some people say women are gold diggers. I wouldn't necessarily say that. Because gold diggers is defined as a woman who's only there for a man's money. I'm sure they love to know you and get to know you too. The personality sides of you. But let's not kid ourselves here. The money is an important factor. And eventually with all women, they're going to want some stuff. That's absolutely fine. That's what comes with having a girl. You gotta have some money. You're gonna have to pay for some dinner dates. You're gonna have to pay for some shitty holidays like Valentine's Day. I say shitty holidays because it's a man-made concept, and I don't believe in needing to, honor your girlfriend for a day just because society told you to honor the girlfriend that you love. I believe you should be honoring it every single day. Like most of us guys, we know in our heads, bro, most of these holidays, these calendar effects, man, listen, these holidays, it's just a scheme to get you to spend money. That's how we see it. We know this as men. I mean, how many men do you see get excited saying, oh, I can't wait for this holiday? It's what women do, right? But we will still get you flowers, women. We do it for you, for your emotions, to please you, to make you happy. But we know in our heads, these holidays, Black Friday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, why do I need to wait for one day to honor my mother and father? I'll honor them for the rest of their days on this earth. I hope you see where I'm coming from and you guys don't get offended. If you do get offended, you can just walk out. There's a billion other videos to watch. Right? Back to the point. Where was I? But yeah, in terms of that, naturally, that's what comes with it. Women come with money. She's going to want to go to some places, to get to know you more. It may be a movie, it may be a dinner date, or it may be you commuting to her. You may have to take public transport with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you got to fill from your own tank first. And this doesn't necessarily mean hold resentment towards women, right? I'm not saying that. But I mean, in a certain point of a man's life, man, you got to forget about the woman. You got to get about pursuing the woman. I even believe would go as far as to say, man shouldn't pursue women, period. The woman should be coming to you. Because we know from a woman's nature, they are disgusted when another man is chasing them. You see all the time, man. You go out in public, someone keeps staring at her, she starts to feel a bit uncomfortable, you know? Starts to feel a bit uncomfortable. Or you see a pretty woman walk past and you see a group of boys saying, oh, they shout, oh, hey, baddie. She's disgusted about that because women in their mind, they like chasing something, right? They like to chase something above them. Let me tell you a little something about women. Women will only date in their level or someone that's above their level. They will never look below. And you giving this woman excess attention signals to her, you probably don't have a lot of options going on, and you're easily accessible. You clearly don't value yourself as much, and that's where they're opposed. You see it all the time, high school, public, every single time. Like I said, it's not me telling you to be anti-women, right? I'm not telling you to resent women either, because I don't. Whenever I make videos about women and whatnot, I tend to get some bitter people who have perspectives about women. Like, for example, I made a video a while back about gender wars needing to be stopped. These people, you guys really disagreed with me, didn't you? You wanted to bury these women under the mud. I'm like, come on, there's no need for that. But in terms of going MGTOW, in terms of the ideology, I wouldn't say I agree with it completely, like I said earlier, in the terms of, completely abandon women for the rest of your life, no. But in terms of working on yourself for a bit, I am 100% MGTOW in that aspect. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And what a lot of people get wrong, a lot of people think if you go MGTOW, it means, don't speak to women. Don't speak to any women you see on the street. Don't even smile. Don't even get engaged in conversation. It doesn't mean that. You still speak to women as you normally do every day. It just means you put yourself first. And you know what's ironic? A lot of you guys will say, oh, God, and you're a fool for going MGTOW. Yeah, but women want men that work on themselves, right? There's a reason why women aren't attracted to the stinky guys in public doing crack and all that stuff, right? The homeless dudes. And we love the homeless dudes, but let's be honest, their lives clearly aren't a life to which a woman would want to engage in, right? Or someone who vapes. Unless you vape too. But I'm talking about high value women who actually dress nice and value themselves and whatnot. They're not going to want someone that vapes, who has bad mental health, who smokes cigarettes, or chills with gangs. No, your life's not sufficient to her needs. Absolutely fine. I made that point to say, you can't pour from an empty cup anyway, right? Men in society, we are valued on what we can provide in this world, right? The service to people, and the way you treat yourself, service to people, you get money as a byproduct of that. You can use that money to treat yourself. Now, the way you treat yourself, skincare routine, dress sense, haircuts, whatever, it signals to the woman the same way she does her makeup and makes herself look good with it. Uses her money to buy stuff to invest in herself. That's what attracts a woman. So you need to put in a few, especially the gym. It takes about 2 to 3 years to build a good muscular physique, or to be recognizable that you work out, speaking from experience. So a woman desires a man that cares about herself and puts some form of work, right? And when you're constantly pursuing women 24/7, to which I don't recommend, you dwindle your chances massively, man. It's chasing, and we know women are repelled. Just the way they're wired, they are repelled when a man pursues them. They find it creepy. I don't blame them. Women should be chasing you. The brains are just different. Like, it doesn't creep a woman out it doesn't creep men out when women chase us. We actually quite like it, But it creeps a woman out when a man chases a woman. So what do? We work on ourselves. We go MGTOW for a period of time. And like I said, I don't completely agree with MGTOW, but I do get some parts to which are useful. So to end off, am I MGTOW? Like I just said, I agree with some parts, and I agree with some parts in the sense of you need to focus on yourself for a period of time, right? Work on yourself to the point where it would eventually attract a woman. But I don't agree with just completely abandoning women for the rest of your life. So in the aspect of working on myself and just not being in the dating market right now, because what's the point? You're broke. I'm MGTOW.